Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm Megan from OrganizedLittleLady, and today I'm going to be sharing my June recap with you along with some of my favorites from this month. So June is actually one of my favorite months. I love the transition going from school to summer and just all the new possibilities and fun that June brings. So this June, we are really transitioning well into summer days and just our new day-to-day routine. I did set some goals for myself this month, and I'm going to talk about those goals and the progress that I did or didn't make in those areas. So if you're not familiar with how I do my goal setting, I have 6 categories that I have kind of marked as my priorities in life. And within those categories, I try to set one goal per month. So the categories that I have are faith, family, personal, household, community, and career. So for my faith category this month, my goal was to start each day with a devotional. Let's talk about the progress on that. Okay, so I definitely did read my devotional more this month than I had the previous month. However, I still wasn't reaching for it every day. And I think the reason why is because I'm pretty inconsistent when I first wake up. I either am really good about grabbing for my devotional and starting the day with that, or I grab for my phone. So I need to become more consistent with my morning routine when I first wake up. Once I'm up and getting going, I feel like I'm pretty consistent with that. It's just initially waking up and starting my day. So I have noticed that the days that I read my devotional, I start my day off feeling more focused, more calm, and just more motivated. And the days that I start with my phone, I just don't have that same sense of reassurance, I guess. So this is something I still want to continue working on in the months to come, is really trying to be consistent with what I do when I first wake up in the morning. My family goal was to read aloud 4 times a week. That did not happen at all. I'm going to be completely honest with you guys. There were some weeks that we did not even read together one time. So the reason why is because we're in summer. We are just really enjoying the nice weather, being outside, and kind of a more laid back approach to our day-to-day life. So we have been kind of pushing back our dinner time and our evening, activities, so to speak. So reading just kind of got cut off our schedule this month. I do want to incorporate reading back into our schedule moving forward, and I'll talk about that in a little bit, but I do think that I need to rethink how I'm doing it. So more to come on that in just a bit. My personal goal this month was to spend less than an hour on my phone, and I can proudly say that that is checked off my goal list this month. I did excellent with sticking to that, and it has made such a positive impact on my day-to-day life. I was using my phone too much and not getting enough done and just not feeling as present mentally. And I knew I wanted to change that. So going into this month, I really made an effort to track the time that I was on my phone, set times that I could go on my phone, and have times that I put my phone away. So I could still hear it if it rang, but I wasn't like holding my phone everywhere I went and had it right in sight. I definitely want to continue this moving forward because it had such a positive impact on my life. And I feel like my family's life too, because I know that when somebody's like on their phone, when I'm trying to talk to them, it's just kind of like it puts a lot of distance between you and that person. So I don't want to do that to my family and my friends. So that was definitely something that I was very happy with the results and was very proud that I was able to stick with that throughout the month. My next category is household, and my goal for this month was to streamline our cleaning and daily routines. I purposefully made this a goal in June because I knew we would be transitioning from the school year into summer, and I have reworked all of my routines. I have a video on that if you want to check that out, and we have been sticking to those routines and everything has been going really well, so I can check that one off my list. The next category is community, and my goal for this month was to send 4 personal cards. You guys, I procrastinated doing this all month. All month. I would go into stores and check out cards but not get them. This was just something I kept putting off all month long. I just got them in the mail and it is the end of June. So I did check this off, but one thing I learned about myself is that I am a procrastinator and I spend so much time thinking about things. If I were to just do it, then it just takes up so much less time as a whole. So I did do it. I learned something about myself, and overall, I can check that off. Okay, my last category is career, and my goal in this category was to be consistent on YouTube and try to upload 3 times a week. I can proudly say that I have remained consistent on YouTube all month, and this is something I definitely want to continue. As I invest more into my channel, I feel like I'm just growing closer to my community and just really enjoying this space that I've created on social media. So this is something I'm definitely going to continue in the months to come. Okay, with that being said, let's talk about things that I want to really be mindful of for July. So like I said before, less phone time is a definite. I really want to keep on that same path of just being more mindful of when I'm using my phone, having set times that I can use my phone and set times that I don't use my phone, and trying to stay within that hour range of phone use. And it sounds like a lot. An hour a day is a lot of time, but you guys, it really does eat up a lot of time if you're just scrolling on your phone throughout the day. So if you haven't tracked your phone usage, you might be shocked. I was. Okay, I definitely also want to continue uploading to YouTube on a consistent basis. That's something I will continue into July. I definitely want to continue with my devotional, but I want to kind of pursue that more. So that brings me into things I want to change for the month of July. Some of the things I want to change are reading more to my kids. This is something that I really do think is very important. And so instead of doing our reading time, which we normally would at night, right before they go to bed, I think that I'm going to switch it around for breakfast. So at breakfast time, while we're eating together, read a chapter in our book. Right before bed, that's kind of their independent reading time. And I just felt like it was too much reading to do our read aloud and then independent reading. It just isn't working for summer. So I'm going to rework it and we'll do our read aloud time in the morning and then independent reading in the evening. Like I mentioned again before, I want to really focus on not procrastinating in the month of July. I really have an issue with procrastination, and it just eats up so much of my mental space that if I just were to do those things, it would be done. So I'm going to really try to tackle procrastinating less in July. Another thing that I want to really try to focus on is eating healthier and exercising more. I am trying to lose weight, and I took a step back this month because I was getting frustrated, and I figured I just needed to figure out mentally what's going on. Why am I turning to food? And just kind of evaluating, I guess, my relationship with food, which sounds ridiculous, but you guys, it's real life. And so I did spend some time this month sort of thinking about that, and I wasn't as mindful about what I was eating, and I can feel it. I just do not feel, I feel sluggish. I just don't feel good. So that's a priority of mine in July, is to get back on track with eating healthier and exercising more. So that kind of wraps up my goals, my progress, what I want to do moving forward, and what I want to change. Now let's talk about some of my favorites for the month. So these favorites, some of them are physical things, some of them are just memories and moments. So let's talk about the memories and moments first. So like I said, we wrapped up the end of school year, and this school year, along with everybody else, was very not traditional for us. We did realize that remote learning wasn't horrible, especially for one of my children in particular. And that kind of got our wheels turning. And I have big things coming, you guys, in the future. And I'm going to talk about that when I can. But right now we're trying to work out all the details. But that was a big, aha moment. And so along with that, one of my favorites of this month was wrapping up the school year, we did a reversed parade at my kids' school. So basically what that means is that the teachers were all lined up at the school with signs and little goodie bags for the kids and all of their belongings that they left there back in March. And so we drove up and we got to see their teachers, and it actually makes me kind of emotional thinking about it, because I feel like this year more than ever, I am so aware of how much teachers care about their students. I was just so blown away by the support this year, and being able to see them at the end of the year was just really made an impact on us, and just seeing how much they truly care about our kids. So that was definitely a favorite of mine, just seeing, you know, their reaction to seeing us, and my kids' reactions to seeing their teacher again. It was something that I really will remember for a while. Okay, a couple other things that were great memories for this month were my parents' pool. So my parents have a wonderful pool at their house. They live about 10 minutes away from us, and we have spent so many days already at their pool. It's like a little paradise. So my parents' pool is a definite favorite for this month. A few other favorites that I have that are more physical items. I read a book, or actually Audible book, Then She Was Gone by Lisa Jewell. It was so good. Lisa Jewell has become one of my favorite authors. She just is an amazing author, and the way that she writes is just so like intriguing, and I just couldn't put it down. So I did listen to her book on Audible, and I loved it. So that's going on my favorites list. Another favorite is in that same category is Audible. So I have started listening to audiobooks again. I kind of got away from it, and I started listening to them again, and I just love it. I love that somebody's reading to me, sort of. If I don't have time to sit down and read a book, I like to still like consume books. So this is a great way to get my reading in without having to sit down and physically read, if that makes sense. Another one of my favorites this month is the Scentsy Be Fabulous scent. This is actually their scent of the month, I believe, for June. Oh my gosh, it just smells so good. It is like a fruity, fresh scent. I'm really bad with describing scents, but it smells amazing. So I have been using this a lot this month, and it just smells really good. My last favorite of the month is my new beach bag. This is a bag from Land's End. It has a lot of pockets. There's one large pocket in the inside. It's kind of hard for me to show you. And then there are a few other smaller pockets on the other side. I love this bag. We've been using it as our pool bag. So towels, bathing suits, sunscreen, you name it, everything fits in here really well. And we have been using this a lot. So this bag is definitely a favorite for the month. And that is a recap of our month. I made some big decisions this month, and I'm excited to move into July. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will talk to you soon.